Yeah. um, our style of communication is different than most, certainly. And it has taken me a while to understand it myself. You know, I've been through many changes with this whole unfolding. And it is because of the message that Joseph brings forth. Now, every channeler is unique and they experience their connection to whoever and whatever, and we speak in terms of consciousness, they are communicating with. And their message is pinpointed for a certain time in the evolution of the human aspect. So everyone, of course, is unique vibrationally. So there are teachers, way showers, light workers, whatever you want to refer to them as, messengers, deliverers of information, always to the purpose of which is to assist in humanity's movement forward toward the next realm of experience. That's why we're here, We come here to expand. When we expand the awareness of who we really are, which is our soul vibration, the God consciousness that is within us, right? And is who we always are. The purpose of every aspect of the soul of the Godhead is to expand. So that's what we're doing here first and foremost. How we choose that expansion, how we choose to experience our own evolution as aspects is up to us because we have choice, right? So we either choose the contrasting way or the in alignment way, the in alignment with the soul. So I'll get back to answering the question. So our purpose and our message is to assist also in a deeper understanding or an expanded, better, understanding of who we really are as aspects. In order to move forward, that's what we need to understand is who we really are. So we shift our dominant creative focus from the contrast of the third dimension that the humans have named it. We named it that. We got to give everything names, and to move forward to the next realm of experience, which is the fourth dimension, which is a manifestation and experience of a vibrational shift from creating in the contrast dominantly or creating from the soul vibration dominantly. And when you make that shift, you begin to emit and call out to the universe for a different experience vibrationally. So if you are dominantly focused on the contrasting realm, you are emitting that vibration. You are emitting and calling out to, we call it the megaphone to the universe. You are asking the universe to deliver an experience of this particular vibration. And it always does. It's called vibrational agreement, and there is no manifestation without that. So all communication, of course, is vibrational at the very core of who we are as aspects, right? So the universe is based on vibration, energy, movement, and expansion, and all that good stuff. So we are exempling a more blended vibration, meaning more dominantly focused on the in alignment creative ability to create an in alignment experience of this evolution, of the process of my own evolution, and we're all going through it uniquely. So our message is teaching, is showing the way, shining a light on, if you will, the next step here, which is what I refer to as the big one, because when you take this next step, which is dominantly creating from your soul vibration, everything changes. So, and it must be done consciously. And speaking from my own experience as a human aspect, it ain't easy. There's a lot of doubt because we're stepping into an area of experience that we have none in. So we have to trust. And with every level of awareness comes a new level of trust. And so this is what I call the big one, because we're trusting in something we have not experienced before. You know, for me, I would liken it to jumping out of an airplane for the first time. I would never do it, but I know people who have, and I imagine for them it's exhilarating. But I don't need to experience that. But that's the fear that comes up in me of the unknown. And so that's a major part of this next segment. And that is to choose. You have to choose to trust it. It's a conscious choice, and you just have to keep choosing it, as Joseph tells me all the time. So we are exempling a blended being through me. I said to them one time, "You mean I actually have to do this?" And they said, "Yeah, Cindy, we're afraid so. We're afraid so." And it's funny because they told me the first communication I ever had with them back in 2009, and I was writing on my computer, and every ending to every paragraph, and it was about, 9 pages long. And at the end of every paragraph, they said, live it, live it. And I didn't know what it meant then. And I'm only now, like in the past, maybe, 6 or 8 months, understanding what they meant by that, which gives me a deeper sense of there is no time and everything is in its own perfect timing, you know. So we are exempling our message. We want everybody to understand more of who they are, and that involves getting to know your own soul and expanding your awareness of that vibration of you, the God consciousness of you, and to begin to create in a different direction. Now, the direction we're talking about is creating a new momentum, okay? We have been creating from the contrast ever since we got here. Eons ago, lifetimes, thousands of lifetimes ago, and expanding throughout this journey, becoming more and more of who we really are. It is now, this next segment of our collective now, is one of expanded understanding, and that means that we must take our choosing ability very seriously, because it must be chosen consciously, because that choice is what creates the momentum. And the more you choose it, the faster your momentum goes, right? So, and we're not only creating the new, we're also stepping away from that powerful force that we have created all of these lifetimes, individually and collectively. So it's a big deal, you know? So we take it one step at a time, and in order for the soul to guide us, allow your soul to lead, guys, we must trust it, right? So you have to get in touch with it. You have to understand what the vibration is and who you really are. So in order for us, at least Joseph tells me, in order for us to understand that, I need to show you how through my own experience. And I'm happy to do that because it's a wild ride sometimes. It is a wild ride. But we all have the ability to communicate the way I am communicating now. And it is simply a shift in your perspective. And that shift is the shift to understanding more of who you really are. So we teach as a blended being. A session with us is not this is what your purpose is and this is where you're going to be in 5 years, and yes, we think you should buy that house. It's not anything like that. We're shining the light on the pathway of alignment, helping you to recognize and acknowledge when and how you are choosing your out of alignment manifestations and experiences. You know, you're creating your own reality. So we are teaching that understanding. Well, we're offering our perspective, the perspective of the soul, which has no resistance. But as you make this shift, you're going to feel a lot of resistance, and this is coming from me, and I have, and you know, could last a day or two, now. But one thing I have discovered through all of these doubtful periods is that when I come out on the other side, and I always do, there is a deeper understanding, which always turns out to be the purpose of the resistance I was holding up. So there's a lot to get into here. Every teacher along your pathway, including me, had several wonderful teachers in my journey since I can remember. Know that whatever resonates with you is perfect for you at that time. And as you expand, your teachers will shift and change to accommodate your own expansion. It's really a wonderful process if you can get your head around it. Not so easy sometimes.